Thank you. My question is to the Minister for Education. Can the Minister update the House on the impact the Marshall Liberal government's investment in capital works is having on jobs, schools and preschools across South Australia and in my wonderful electorate of Elder?
Minister. Thank you, sir. I thank the member for Elder for this important question. It's been a joy to travel around her community over the last 3.5 years with her, visiting schools and preschools over the years, as it has been across South Australia. Because, of course, this is a government that is investing in education. The National School Partnership Reform Agreement saw this state government commit an extra $700 million and more in the decade to come and beyond in order to unlock billions of dollars of Commonwealth money in recurrent funding. And in terms of capital spend, look, I recall congratulating the former Labor government when they committed a $692 million program of works. That was good, and we're delivering on that program. And we have indeed increased it, sir, to $1.4 billion investment being delivered by our government in our public schools alone. It is an exceptional investment, sir. It is a record investment. It is a sign of this government's commitment to education as not just indeed a service provided to our communities. It is an enabler of growth for students to achieve whatever they want in the world. A world-class education system, sir, is one in which all students, no matter what town or suburb they live in, whatever classroom or kindy they are in, that student be supported to be their best, to fulfil their potential in life, to be successful at whatever they're passionate about. And indeed in schools servicing the member for Elder's electorate, that investment is very significant indeed. At Hamilton Secondary College, in excess of $9 million going towards supporting a revamped performing arts space, including South Australia's second only planetarium, which is our first school-based planetarium. There's not too many planetariums around, but of course that will support the unique value proposition that Hamilton Secondary College has to provide to students, not just living in the member for Elders area, but indeed the broader area, being able to support their space program, taking it to entirely the next level and enabling our students to have a pathway to the extraordinary jobs of the future that are enabled by the Premier Stephen Marshall bringing the Australian Space Agency to South Australia, bringing the Smart Satellites Collaborative Research Centre to South Australia, bringing the space industry in massive amounts to South Australia. And of course the member for Elder would be aware that there is a $10 million redevelopment at Springbank Secondary College where concept plans have now been released. This was of course a redevelopment that under the previous government was contingent on a business model that was never fully fulfilled. And when we looked into that and we reviewed it, and I note that the member for Badcoe asked at the time, the member for Badcoe at the time was arguing for a shared zone with Springbank and Unley so that people who wanted to go to Unley could apply but wouldn't be guaranteed. Our response instead was to make the school zone for Unley High School take in the whole of the Springbank zone, so that Springbank is now an unzoned school able to focus on what its focus areas are, rather than trying to be a local comprehensive. And Unley is now the guaranteed school available for all of the students living in the member for Elders area who wanted to go to that school. Much better than the member for Badcoe's plan where they go into a pool to be chosen between Unley and Springbank. The member for Elder has indeed delivered that for Unley. And at Unley, can I tell you, sir, we are delivering a $30 million upgrade, a $32 million upgrade, well in excess of anything promised by those opposite at any point. An upgrade that has a 3-storey building that will deliver fantastic new learning spaces in home economics, technology, arts, science, classrooms, a 3-storey building that, even though the top level is not yet complete, there are already classes going on in there. It is a fantastic learning space. Indeed, right across the primary schools and preschools, every single one of those preschools and primary schools in the public system is getting investment by our government. And I also want to finish by highlighting the contribution already in excess of $200,000 to the Dunedin Specialist School as well under our new non-government schools funding program, and they'll do even better this year. The kids at Dunedin deserve nothing less.